Hello, everyone. This is Mitchell. It's time for my second video where I do analysis by looking at a trade that I made during each week. This week, we'll be looking at a trade I made on Twilio. Today's February 20th, by the way. I made this trade. I opened up a position on Twilio on February 14th, Valentine's Day. I don't know if I'm pronouncing Twilio correctly. I don't know much about the company. I just know that I made a trade on it this week, and I want to talk about it. So looking at the daily time frame here, Twilio was in a very strong downtrend for a while. You can see it consolidated for a little bit. It was still forming lower lows here, but now we have either what could be consolidation or a possible uptrend emerging. I decided to get in on the long side this week, going down to the 30 minutes time frame. I entered my position right around $33.40. My thinking was, okay, we have a possible uptrend emerging. I'm going to buy right down here towards the support line of this uptrend, hoping that the stock can find support in this area and shoot up to a new higher high. And it's all good, right? Unfortunately, that did not happen. I hit my stop. I set my stop underneath this trend line. So as soon as, I think this was Thursday, the 16th, as soon as this candle formed, I knew I was kind of in trouble. Then a couple more candles later, I think that's when I decided to get out. So I did take a small loss on this one. I think my stop was in a good place. It was, just below this little consolidation area around 33.30 or so, and I think it was a good place to get out on this trade. But what I wanted to talk about for this week was signs that I could use to see a failure like this happening in the future, and the sign is looking for divergence in your indicators. I want to show that we see higher highs in the actual stock price, but we do see divergence going on. And what I mean by divergence is I see an opposite pattern of lower highs in my stochastic momentum index. You see a higher high right here and a higher high right here, but in our stochastic momentum index I see a high followed by a lower high. Now this can be a sign that maybe this uptrend needs to slow down a little bit whenever you see divergence like this in your indicators. Obviously, and if you see divergence in your indicators, it's not going to be true 100% of the time that the stock is going to reverse or pull back. But it's just a warning sign that potentially could happen. And looking at this, I did not look at this during the time of the trade, but I could have seen this and kind of been a little bit more alert about my stop, maybe gotten out a little bit sooner, maybe just not even made the trade in the first place, wait till the stock started moving higher before I entered my position, what have you. And so that's pretty much it. It's something that I've been looking more for in the past few weeks, or not past few weeks, but past few days. Is something I've kind of been back testing and exploring a little bit more, is divergence in your indicators. I want to also hop over to the daily time frame again, and if you remember that this stock had been in a very strong downtrend previous to this consolidation or possible uptrend. I want to also point out that we can use this same looking at divergence in our indicators to see that this very strong downtrend was, coming to an end or possibly coming to an end. We see here a lower low followed by a smaller lower low and another lower low here. But what do we see in our stochastic momentum index on our dailies? We see higher lows coming in right here. In addition, we also see higher lows on our daily MACD as well. And that's not a very good, it's not a very linear trend line, but we do see, here's our low here, followed by, a higher low in our MACD with a lower low in our price action. And then for this next low as well, we have a higher low in our MACD as well as a higher low in our stochastic momentum index. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. You know, this divergence in our indicators can often be a great warning sign that, hey, maybe this uptrend or downtrend is coming to an end. It's reversing, or it's just pulling back. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, and I'll talk to you guys next week.